Welcome. I am Collins Trott, Child Development Faculty on the Wallace Community College Dothan campus. In this episode, we are going to be learning about engaging parents and families. Frequent two-way communication between teachers and parents creates an environment that welcomes families. When working with young children, the teacher-parent relationship is vital. Families need teachers for reassurance and emotional support, and teachers need family members to help them create an environment that reflects children's home environments. This exchange can only occur when teachers and parents build partnerships. This means that family members need to be included more than just for special occasions. So join me, Miss Trott, as we learn all about engaging parents and families. Parent and family engagement refers to patterns of participation in educational programs by family members. There is no one model of ideal parent and family involvement. Young children benefit from having informed and engaged parents. The purpose of family engagement is to promote an exchange of ideas and information. This information would include teachers and caregivers, whether they are mothers or fathers. Through this involvement, family members reap a number of benefits. Communication is key to engaging families. When families see how their involvement can benefit their children, they are more likely to participate. This will promote positive parent-child communication. One way that teachers can engage families is through written communication, including the use of newsletters, letters, and daily news flashes. These forms of communication can be written, printed, emailed, or texted. Parent-teacher conferences are one key way to engage parents in promoting their child's development. Conferences help parents and teachers develop a shared understanding about a child. When these two viewpoints are shared, staff and parents can see themselves as a team and can make plans to better meet the needs of the children. It is important to follow steps in planning the conference, running the conference, and following up after the conference. Visiting a child's home is another method for working successfully with families. Home visits allow the teacher to enter the child's world by spending time together in their family's home. Seeing the child's home environment can provide a better understanding of the child. The teacher can observe parent-child interactions as well as the home environment. Teachers can use sunshine calls to create positive parent-teacher relationships and foster two-way communication. A sunshine call is a phone call made by a teacher to communicate praise and support for the child. Another method for engaging families in children's education is group discussion. Through group discussions, family members can become familiar with child development concepts. These are helpful for setting new ideas, but need to be organized carefully as to not wander. Teachers also will share resources and information with parents. Sharing these resources can help make parents feel like teachers want to support them. They can share resources with families through a family resource center, a problem-solving file, or bulletin boards. Family engagement can also be promoted by sending children home with take-home activities and projects. These activities invite parents to take part in the learning experience of their children. Types of take-home activities include traveling backpacks, class videos, and themed bags. Many families want to be engaged in the children's education and feel a need to develop a sense of connection with their child's classroom. Because of this, teachers and directors should make an effort to involve family members. One way to do this is through volunteer programs. While there might be some concerns to include parents in your program, most can be addressed by carefully recruiting and then training volunteers. Family volunteers must be dependable, fond of children, and healthy. Including volunteers in activities they are comfortable with and pay attention to their interests and talents they might be willing to share. To get the most from volunteers, plan a training session. During the session, share the staff expectations, including classroom limits and state licensing rules. Make them feel welcome by explaining the importance of volunteers, providing a list of guidelines for volunteers, and using their names in conversation. Post a volunteer schedule so they not only know when to expect to volunteer, but expectations of what they'll be doing when they are there. Don't forget to thank your volunteers. This gesture shows your appreciation and will also encourage parents to volunteer again. Remember, volunteers will only return to the classroom if they feel appreciated and needed. Now let us review what we've learned. Families play a key role in promoting the physical, emotional, cognitive, and social development of their children. They are the children's primary teachers, as well as partners with the center staff. Engaging them in the early childhood program makes sense. Engage parents in their children's school program by keeping in touch with them. Set aside time for communication, particularly at the beginning and end of the day. Conduct parent-teacher conferences during which you can get to know parents on a one-on-one basis. Hold discussion groups so all parents can share ideas and get to know one another. Communicate often using various methods. Family members can assume many roles in the classroom as volunteers. With their help, new activities that are impossible without adult assistance can be introduced. That wraps us up for this episode. You can learn more about this topic by reviewing the resources posted in your course. As always, if you have any questions, please contact your instructor. Thanks for joining me, Miss Trott, as we learn all about gauging parents and families. See you next time.